All right, welcome back to another episode of Austin Archer's YouTube exclusive content.
YouTube exclusive content.
Okay, so my Instagram Reels algorithm is kind of a nightmare hellscape, and I only have myself to blame, really. I made it that way. I'm the reason why it is the way that it is. I started sending all of my friends really bad, cringy Christian propaganda Reels every time they would show up on my feed, and I started engaging with these Reels so much that now that's pretty much all I get. I just get like lots and lots and lots of right-wing cringe content from like really cringy Christian people. And it's a double-edged sword because on one hand, it's pretty entertaining stuff. I really like spending time in the comments. They're usually pretty fun to read and, I don't know, kind of cathartic. But on the other hand, just so much of it is so bad and not fun to look at. And it kind of drives me nuts how many likes some of these videos have and how many followers some of these accounts have that make these videos. But I did stumble across one creator the other day that I guess I'm happy I found. I don't know if that's the right word, happy, but I definitely did a deep dive on this person and spent way too much time looking at way too many of his videos. And now I'm going to make that your problem. I'm going to make you look at the things that I looked at. That's what we're going to do today. This is a creator who calls himself the Bible teacher. And what I want to look at specifically today is the weird way this person characterizes God on their channel. In most of this creator's videos, it's like him portraying himself or kind of like a human person, and then him portraying either Jesus or God. You can use those terms kind of interchangeably. I think a lot of biblical Christians do tend to do that. But anyway, it's a characterization of God as God is portrayed in the Bible. This is the Bible teacher. After all, he is here to teach us about the Bible and about the way God depicts himself in the Bible. And I don't know, I just found the depiction of God that this man chooses to go with on his profile, the depiction of the God that he openly and proudly believes in, to be so fascinatingly terrifying, just an absolute maniac of a character, just a total sociopath, just a wild, narcissistic, manipulative, emotionally abusive, and physically abusive, just straight up abusive, bad guy, just a really scary, bad character, just a really, really terrifying. I'll let his videos speak for themselves. You'll see what I mean. So this is the first Bible teacher video that I accidentally stumbled across. I was just minding my own business, mindlessly scrolling through Instagram Reels, looking at way too much terrible Christian content, and this video came up. The acting's so good. The acting in all of these videos is really good. So scary. So immediately terrifying, so menacing. Oh my God, so scary. He's so scared in the final frame of that video, like, okay, all right. Yeah, so that's fucking terrifying. Like, imagine just happily worshiping a character like that. That's sort of the overarching question that I have for the Bible teacher and for people who follow the Bible teacher and people who are like the Bible teacher and believe the same things that the Bible teacher believes is like, okay, let's just take you at your word and say that that is who God is. That's the creator of the universe. That's the person running the show. Why is that a good thing? Why is that a good person? That character that you just showed in that video is fucking terrifying. It's so scary. Like, you've got this character asking a very reasonable question, like, hey, why'd you turn that woman into a pillar of salt? And this character just comes back like, hey, I can do whatever I want. okay? That's why, because I'm allowed to do that. If she disobeys what I tell her to do, it doesn't matter if I tell her to stand on one foot. It doesn't matter if I tell her to tap her head while rubbing her stomach. If she doesn't do it, I can do whatever I want to her. You know, come to think of it, I can do whatever I want to her and you and anyone else for no reason. I don't even need a reason. I made light with 4 words. You think I shouldn't be allowed to do anything I want to anyone at any time and not be answerable for any of it? It's just like such an immediately scary figure. This all-powerful, all-knowing, omnipotent being that's like, I can do whatever I want to you, okay? How dare you question me? If I want to turn you into a pillar of salt, I'll do it. If I want to turn your blood into battery acid, I'll do it. If I want to make you throw up glass and shit nails for a year straight, I'll do it. I don't need to explain myself to you. I'm God. Just do what I say or suffer the consequences. And a lot of Christian people see that and they're just like, yeah, straight up. Like, 100%. Love that. That's really cool. I think that's really cool, and I'm excited that that is the person who I have chosen to devote my life to. Again, such good acting. The acting is just top notch from the Bible teacher in all of his videos. So arrogant. Oh, God. So smugly self-satisfied, this character. Look, I get that there's probably a lesson in here about humility. That's why Christians say stuff like this, right? It's just to get you used to the idea that you are not the end-all be-all of intelligence in the universe, that you don't know everything, that there are things going on that are above your pay grade, there are bigger things happening in the universe than you and your ego. But again, the way that God is characterized here, he's just so arrogant and smug. He's just like, oh, I'm smarter than you. You're not as smart as me. That's why you don't get why I'm doing the things that I'm doing, is because you're stupid and I'm smart. You don't need to understand everything I'm doing. You couldn't understand everything I'm doing. You got a little pea brain, little human brain. I got a big God brain, okay? You're not on my level, all right? It's weird of you to even think that you could be anywhere close to my level. Don't do that. Just obey me. Just do what I say, or I'll turn your blood into battery acid and I'll make you throw up glass and shit nails, or whatever I said before. I think that's what I said. And it's so weird because he's like putting us down for not being as smart as him. He's being really smug and self-satisfied about the fact that he's smarter than us and he knows better than us. But as the creator of the universe, as the designer of human intelligence, if we lack knowledge or lack sufficient intelligence or lack sufficient information, it's only his fault, right? He could have just made us a little smarter or just given us a little more information. If a person comes to him and says, hey, I'd really like to join your club, I'd really like to follow you, I would just like to understand why you do some of the things you do a little bit better. Could you help me understand that? He's God. He has the option to just say, oh, of course, here, I'll explain it to you. Sit down and I'll explain it to you in a way that makes sense. But instead, he's like, I don't owe you that. And you wouldn't understand it if I tried anyway. You're too stupid. Okay? I'm so much smarter than you. All right? That's why I do the things that I do. It's none of your business. But it only is that way because he says so. If he's the creator of all that is, if he's the one who designed it to be this way, then the only reason why he's smarter than us is because he intentionally made it that way. It's not like an accomplishment. It's not like he worked hard to be smarter than us. He made it that way. He designed the game intentionally so that we would have less access to crucial information than he does. He designed it so that we would have a lower consciousness than him and a lower intelligence than him. If this was a human guy, would you be okay with this behavior? If you were trying to join a club and the leader of the club was doing some really sketchy things that didn't make sense and you asked them, hey, I really want to join your club, but could you explain to me why you do some of these weird things that you do? And he said like, oh, I do that because I'm smarter than you, okay? You don't need to understand that. You just need to fall in line and do what I say. And I honestly don't care whether you do or don't. I really don't care, but those are the rules, okay? I do it because I'm better than you. I know more than you do. If that was a human guy behaving like that, would you be cool with that? Would you be like excited to be a member of that club? Why? Why? Why were you so mean to him? Like, again, it's just like, you made him. You made the angel. The angel's got your back. He's like, hey, there's people who are attacking you. There's people who are slandering you. And it's like, shut the fuck up, you idiot. You moron. Puny. Why? Why is he so rude? Why is he so unnecessarily rude? He could just as easily be like, it's okay, don't worry, I've got it handled. I know that you've got my back. I know that you're just concerned for me, but don't worry, I've got it under control. But instead, he's just like, you fucking idiot. You stupid fucking idiot. You moron. You think I'm worried about that? You think I'm worried about that? I'm the guy who turns people into salt for disobeying him. I do whatever I want. I made this place, okay? You're nothing to me, all right? It's so ridiculous that you think I should be concerned about any of that. I'm so much smarter and better than you. Do you understand that? And look, if you're a Christian person watching this video and you don't like the way that I'm characterizing God here, your beef is with the Bible teacher, not with me, because I'm just going off of his characterization. Like, in this video, God does not need to be that much of a dick to that angel. There's no reason for it. But the way that the Bible teacher conceptualizes the God character is that he's just rude for no reason. He's just arrogant. He's just answerable to no one. He can behave however he wants and nobody can call him on it. He gets to do whatever he wants to do. Oh no. Yeah. So misinformation, misunderstanding what was happening during the Olympics. That was a reference to the Feast of Dionysus, not the Last Supper, but even if it was, oh my God. Oh no! So scary. That look directly into the camera, so scary. What would a Christian propaganda content page be without some quality persecution complex, right? Like, you've at least got to have a few videos where he talks about how there is no religion in the world that is as put upon or persecuted as Christianity. Nobody is made fun of as much as Christians are made fun of. No religion in the world is as persecuted as Christianity. In fact, no other religions get any guff whatsoever for their beliefs. Only Christianity. It's only Christianity that gets any hate for their faith and their beliefs. It's stupid to say that no matter where you live, but it's especially stupid to say that if you live in the United States of America. It should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. There is no religion in America that has more institutional and systematic privilege and power than Christianity. Every other belief system is more systematically and institutionally oppressed and marginalized than Christianity in America. And again, why are you so excited about this character who's like, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna judge them, all right? I'm going to deal with their fate. I will choose whether they get to live forever in paradise or be tortured forever in hell. Why is that a good thing? Why is that a cool character? Why do Christians like this idea, this idea of this person? Okay, this might be one of the scariest videos I found on his page. So scary! So scary! Oh my God, call the police! It feels like the chronological sequence of events is this God character, right? It's like, hey, I know, I'm going to create an entire universe full of beings that are going to love me, intelligent beings that will be my children. And they're all going to, gain physical bodies on this planet that I'm going to make for them. And then they're going to come and live with me in paradise forever. And part of the plan is there's going to be like an evil guy that's going to tempt them. And they can go and live with him if they want. But if they know what's good for them, they're going to come live with me. And I have a feeling that they're all going to choose to come live with me. Fast forward to an angel coming to God and being like, God, all of the humans are choosing the devil over you. He's totally winning down there. And this insecure God character is like, I don't even care, actually. I never did care. I'm not even worried about that. Actually, it's fine. Earth's just my footstool. I literally don't give a shit. Like, you think I care that they're choosing him over me? I don't. That's fine. That's fine with me. They can come and live with me if they want, but if they don't want to, if they'd rather get tortured forever in hell, that's up to them. Really just like healthy, well-adjusted, not psychopath behavior. Ugh. I don't like the way his face looks when he does that last part. But yeah, this is just straight up gaslighting. This is just lying, right? This is the Bible teacher just lying about what's in the Bible. Here's just some random selections from the Bible of God being very cavalier and casual about slavery. Genesis 12:16, and for her sake he dealt with Abram, and he had sheep, oxen, male donkeys, male and female slaves. Genesis 24, verse 35, the Lord has greatly blessed my master, and he has become wealthy. He has given him flocks and herds, silver and gold, male and female slaves. Isaiah 14, verses 1 through 2. But the Lord will have compassion on Jacob, and will again choose Israel, and will settle them in their own land, and aliens will join them and attach themselves to the house of Jacob, and the nations will take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel will possess the nations as male and female slaves. In the Lord's land, they will take captive those who were their captors and rule over those who oppressed them. Leviticus 25, verse 44. As for the male and female slaves whom you may have, it is from the nations around you that you may acquire male and female slaves. I love that the Bible teacher and people like him will swear till their last dying breath that the Bible is steadfastly against being gay, and they'll just reference this one verse, this one instance in the entire Bible in Leviticus where it says anything at all about being gay, and they'll just be like, there it is, that one verse, there it is in Leviticus in black and white. There it is. And then if you ask those exact same people why they don't practice all of the other things that are in Leviticus, they'll just be like, oh, well, when Christ came, he fulfilled Levitican law, so we don't need to do that stuff anymore. And it's like, oh, okay, so you don't need to do the stuff from that book, the one book that mentions that being gay is bad. You don't need to do any of the other things, but still that thing that wasn't even in that book until the year 1946. Yes, the Bible teacher, look it up. The word homosexual didn't even appear in the Bible until the year 1946. The Bible has been anti-gay for less than 100 years. But these people will take that one verse that didn't show up until 1946 and they'll say that's all the proof we need to know that God wants us to be massive, insufferable bigots to queer people. But then you just read them verse after verse after verse of God being like super cool with slavery in the Bible, and you're like, what about this? And they're like, well, here's one example of him seeming to be tangentially not cool with it. The mental gymnastics are just baffling. To make a video like this with a straight face and be like, he delivered the slaves from Egypt, so obviously he doesn't like slavery, even though just again and again and again in the Bible, he's like, you can have slaves, you should have slaves, people have slaves, male and female slaves, donkeys too, like some donkeys and money and slaves and just all that good stuff, food and crops and donkeys and camels and slaves if you want. You can absolutely have slaves. You know what? If the Bible teacher is watching this and you've made it this far into the video, first of all, cool. Congratulations. Hi. And second of all, if you think I'm being unfair here, just find me a single verse in the Bible that says that slavery is bad. Just one verse, just a single entry where God is like, you know what? Owning people as property is bad and you shouldn't do it. Like, how did that not make it into the 10 Commandments, right? How did that not make it in there? He's got like 3 commandments that are like, hey, make sure that I'm the only God you have, okay? Make sure that you're not worshiping false gods or idols and that you're worshiping me. Those are in there, but he couldn't get a single commandment in the Big 10 that's like, also slavery's bad. Oh, he's looking at me again. Oh no. That's the opposite of the gospel. Hey, Bible teacher, you should probably tell that to you and the rest of your videos. What do you mean that's the opposite of the gospel? According to who? Not according to your account and your characterization of God. Saying that God will judge and punish you for bad behavior is the opposite of the gospel? Literally every single video we've watched of yours so far is you depicting God as being a character who's like, oh, I will judge people. I will judge people and decide where they go. I will punish people. I don't care if I punish people. I'll do whatever I want. I literally don't care what happens to anyone. Earth is my footstool. Humans are insects. They are beneath me and I don't care what happens to them. It's so crazy and gaslighty and emotionally manipulative the way that this guy in his videos tries to be like, God won't judge you. God won't punish you. That's not in the gospel. Where'd you get an idea like that? Where did you get the idea that God wants to punish you? And then the very next video, God's just like, I'll punish the fuck out of anyone. Just try me. I don't even need a good reason to do it. I'll do it just because I want to. See that lady over there? I'm just gonna tell her not to look at that thing. And if she looks at that thing, I'm gonna fucking punish her because I'm God and I can do that. So scary. The gaslighting, dude, the cold, calculated, manipulative abuse in this video is bone-chilling. What gave you the idea that I don't want you to have nice things and be happy? What do you mean? You did in literally every other one of these videos, the Bible teacher. It's so weird because even the depiction of like the human character in this video, the Bible teacher seems to know that this character has been conditioned to not believe that God wants good things for them. He depicts the human character like an abused child coming to their parent and being like, hey, Dad, could I maybe have a sleepover with my friend? And then the abusive, narcissistic, gaslighting, emotionally manipulative dad is like, yeah, of course. And the child who's been abused his entire life is like, are you serious? I really can? So scared, so afraid of the other foot dropping because it always does. And then the emotionally abusive, manipulative, narcissistic dad is like, of course you can have a sleepover. What would make you think that I don't want you to have nice things? What have I ever done to make you believe that I don't want you to be happy? And you can like see it with the other character that he's just so confused. Like, what do you mean? What have you done? My whole life you've been preventing me from being happy. My whole life you've been so indifferent toward me. You've called me stupid and told me how small and pathetic I am and immaterial I am to you and unimportant I am to you. My whole life you've made it clear to me that you don't actually care about me and that if I disobey you, you have no problem sending me to an eternal torture pit. This video really blew my mind the first time I saw it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy because the way that he's acting it feels like he's doing an indictment of God in this video. The way that he portrays God in this video is so scary. It's so like textbook abusive, gaslighter, manipulator. Okay, so I think I'm beginning to realize why the Bible teacher sees God as an abusive parent, or why he subconsciously portrays God as an abusive parent. Whether he's aware that that's what he's doing or not, that's absolutely what he's doing, but whether he's actually conscious of that, I don't know. But I think I'm starting to see why he subconsciously portrays God as being this like narcissistic, abusive parent. So first of all, my earthly father is actually a great guy, and I know that's not the case for everyone. I know I'm lucky. But second of all, if my father did treat me anything like the God character in these videos, if he was offering me conditional love and conditional friendship and conditional support, saying, you can have my love, you can have my friendship, you can have my support, you can come stay at my house, but I have very strict conditions under which I will let you do that, under which I will let you feel my love and let you feel my kindness. You have to sort of kiss the ring and bow down to me and acknowledge that I'm better than you and that you're nothing compared to me before I will even entertain that notion. If my earthly father did behave that way, he wouldn't be a good dad. And again, we have to ask this question to Christians that believe in this version of God. Even if that is who God is, if that's the nature of God, if that's what he's like, why are you cool with that? Why is that better than someone's abusive human dad? Like, this video seems to acknowledge that if a human is abusive or neglectful or, manipulative, that's bad. That's not good. But then again and again and again, in this guy's videos, he depicts God as being all of those things. And then he's like, but your heavenly father will never hurt you like your earthly father. There is no human being on earth who has the power to hurt me as much as your God constantly threatens to hurt me. Like, your God is literally threatening the entire world with eternal torture, with just forever pain, with just pain and sorrow and awfulness forever, unending pain, unending torture if they don't adhere to his very particular strict set of rules. There is no human person who has the power to hurt you as much as your God is saying he plans on hurting you if you ever stray from his path. So I think that this is an incomplete thought, right? And he even has an ellipsis at the end of this sentence. He says, your heavenly father won't hurt you like your earthly father, ... And I think that the end of that sentence is, provided that you do all of the things your heavenly father wants you to do. And if you don't do all of those things that he wants you to do, then he's going to hurt you 1,000,000 times worse than any human being ever could. So yeah, the Bible teacher, definitely has a lot of depictions of God in his videos where God feels like an abusive parent. But what's weirder are the videos where God comes off as like an abusive romantic partner, where it feels like the Bible teacher is in a committed romantic relationship with God and God is abusing him the way that an abusive partner would. Oh, God. Absolutely awful. Absolutely just eye-bleachingly terrible. What the fuck is going on in this video? If I had a friend and they told me that this is how their romantic partner spoke to them, it would be time for an intervention. Me and the whole friend group would have to get together, do an intervention, and get that person out of that situation. But let's break down the beats of this video. Let's break down what's happening here. Jesus starts this confrontation by passive-aggressively saying, I forgive you, by the way. Just so you know, I forgive you. And the human character's like, yeah, I know. When you died on the cross, that was to forgive my sins, right? And Jesus in this video, he's so passive aggressive in this video. It's so gross the way that he's depicted. But he's like, oh no, that was actually punishment because you cheated on our relationship with sin. You committed adultery and somebody needed to be punished. And I decided to take your punishment for you. I decided that I would take the punishment, but it's okay because I forgive you for that. I'm letting you off the hook. And I just want to let you know that I'm not even mad about it. So to be clear, what's happening here is the God that Christians believe in created a world, created a universe where there are a bunch of rules that he wrote, that he made, and he created people who are inherently not aware of what the rules are. Like they have to be taught what the rules are by other people who are just as deficient on necessary information as they are. Like they don't get to talk to angels or get to talk directly to God about this stuff. They have to learn it from other human beings. Like remember, this God character is constantly reminding us that we don't have as much information as him, that we don't know as much as him, that we're not as smart as him. He made this entire thing. He made all the rules. He made all of the reasons why it has to be. It all just exists because he decided it should exist. Then he decided that there should be certain punishments for us breaking the rules that he wrote. And he decided that the punishment should be death. We didn't decide that. He decided that for us. And then he decided to make himself into a human person and die for us, like to take the punishment for us. But it's the punishment for breaking the rules that he wrote that most of us don't even know. And then he decides, he also makes the decision, you know what, I'm going to punish myself for you guys breaking the rules that I came up with. And then I'm going to guilt trip you about it. I'm going to be like, hey, by the way, it's fine. It's totally cool that I punished myself for you breaking the rules. That's totally fine. I just want to let you know I'm letting you off the hook. You're forgiven. I died. I was, nailed to a cross and like brutally killed because of what you did. But I just want to let you know that I'm forgiving you for that. And it's like, yeah, motherfucker, you better forgive me for that. You're the one, like, all of this happened just because of you. The only reason I'm even here is because of you. You're the one who made all this shit. You're the one who decided what the rules are. You're the one who created a situation where it's virtually impossible for me to follow all of the rules. You're the one who decided what the punishment is, and you're the one who decided that you would take the punishment for me. I literally did nothing in this situation. You did all of it. And now you're like passive aggressively passing on this shame and this guilt to me when I did fucking nothing.
Gabriel, help me understand something.
Yes, Lord?
So I invented the cow, right?
Yes, you're the only one that can do that, Lord.
And cows produce milk.
Yes, Lord. Great milk, by the way.
Yes, right. And thank you. If I made the cow and the cow produces milk, why are people getting it out of nuts?
Nuts?
I'm hearing that humans are drinking milk made from almonds.
Oh, some people just like almond milk.
I did not make the almond to produce milk. I made the cow for that. What, did people just look at an almond and say like, oh, we should milk that thing and then go with that? Like, what else was the cow?
Hey, dude, what the fuck is happening in that video? Hey, the Bible teacher, if you're watching this video, again, cool of you to make it this far into the video, respect. And also, why'd you make that video? What was that about? What in the world are you trying to say in that video? What could that possibly be about? What are you trying? What's the point you're trying to make? It's such a strange video. Is he trying to say that drinking almond milk is like sinful or something, or that it's bad or unnatural? It's so weird that the character of God in that video is confused as to why people are getting milk out of nuts. Like, God, if you didn't want people to be able to get milk out of nuts, then you shouldn't have made it possible for people to do that.
Hey, what's up? It's Austin who's editing the video. I'm not sure I heard it when I was recording the video, but I obviously heard it now, okay? I just talked about getting milk out of nuts a bunch. Okay, we all heard it. You don't need to comment the timestamp of that part in the video and make some joke about milk out of nuts. We all heard it. We're so close to finishing the video. Let's just finish the video. Okay, everyone, grow up. Getting milk out of nuts.
It's so weird how dumb the God character is in this video. How dumb the Bible teacher has made the God character. He's so confused about something that's not confusing at all. And Gabriel is like really confused as to why God is so confused. God's like, why are they drinking nut milk? And Gabriel's just like, because some of them like the nut milk. Like some of them like almond milk, they prefer it. Some of them are lactose intolerant. Like you made people that way. You made people have an intolerance to cow milk. So some of them drink soy milk or oat milk or almond milk. It's really not that complicated. And the God character in this sketch just like can't wrap his universe-sized brain around it. The Bible teacher, why did you make this video? What are you trying to say? What is the point of this video? 10 out of 10, no notes, best video yet. All right, last video. Oh, that was awesome. Okay, yeah, okay, so that's it. That's all the videos, and that's it for this video. That's the end.
Congratulations, that was one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen anybody post on the internet before.
Hey, thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of those things. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/AustinArcher if you want to support what I do here and support this channel. Shout out to all my Patreon patrons. Love you all so much. Okay, be safe out there. We'll see you at the next one, all right? Take it easy. Take it easy and breezy and keep it cool and keep it real and be real out there, all right? All right, be so cool to each other and just keep it on the be doing all the